everybody. It's Lisa with Junk Journal Gems. Thank you for joining me today, and I appreciate all my new and my existing subscribers. Yesterday, was it yesterday? No, it was Wednesday. I spent some time with my mom. We were reorganizing her quilt room, and she sent me home with all of these delicious scraps. If you've watched my videos before, you may have heard me mention that my mom is a very avid quilter. And these are all, this whole bag of scraps are all from vintage style fabric prints from the 30s, which is my absolute favorite. So I've got this entire bag, and I was feeling the need to take a little break from the prom dress journal. So I thought that we would just play around with some of these scraps and make some clusters, because I have also paper scraps coming out of my ears. So I wanted to make some cute little embellishments and things that I can have at the ready. So let's get started. I'm just gonna pull some of these out. I'm gonna try not to think about all of this too much, which is always hard. I'm gonna just try to pull out a variety of colors here just to get started. Oh, aren't these yummy? These are so yummy. Okay, that whole bag of scraps will last me a while. All right, so let's get going here. I've got my trusty bin. I've got my folder. These are all of my smaller scraps, and then I have a whole other bin of larger scraps if I want to tap into those as well. And these are just the paper scraps that I have. They aren't even the cardstock scraps that I have. In fact, I think I might just grab those. Hold on. All right, here are my cardstock scraps as well. I find I use the paper scraps more than I do the cardstock scraps, because I also use the paper ones as I'm journaling so it doesn't bulk up the journal. But, you know, why let these sit and accumulate? So let's just get going. I've got my blue page out here, or my little scrappy thing, and we'll just get cruising along. Maybe what I'll do is start with pieces of cardstock as bases and build up from that. It'll be fun. I see a fun one right here. So maybe what I'll do is just tear this and pull some fabric out that I think would be cute with it. Either one. Gosh, this is just going to be so hard because they're all so yummy. And I think with this, now, since this is good quality quilt fabric, the edges, unlike a muslin or a looser weave cotton, they don't fray at the edges as easily. So sometimes what I do is I'll grab a needle, and I've got a needle in here. And then I just kind of poke at the edges to get them to fray. I like frayed edges on things like this. Not everyone does. So you do what you like so it's pleasing to you. Yeah, you kind of got to give it a extra start because it's a tighter weave. And some of these scraps, maybe what I'll do, because I've got plenty, is make a journal cover to have at the ready too. All right, that might be good enough just to make it look a little worn. There's that. What's on the other side? And then maybe I'll pull in something like this. And what else do I want to pull in? Maybe what I'll do, I thought I grabbed my lace bits. My little laces and other little fabric bits. So let's see what we find in here. See what I mean? There's stuff that needs to be helped along. We'll just put it that way. Come on. So one down here I wanted to use. The problem is where to put all this stuff on my desk, right? See, this is a looser weave, so it's easier to rough up a little bit. We'll use those elsewhere. And then sometimes what I like to do, I saw that I had this kind of, I'll save that for something else. Do you see what that has on there? That'll be fun. What we can use then, I like to stamp sometimes on these, and maybe what I'll stamp with is some butterflies. I haven't used my butterflies for a while. I got a new stamp pad, so I've got a juicy one again, and it has been working fabulously. So let's see. Now I've got too much stuff out. Will this fit on here? Oh yeah. Oh, why did I wait so long to get a new pad? That's wonderful. That one's off a little bit, but that's okay. All right. Let's get that out of the way. And then what we can do is take one of these. Tear it off. You know me, I like my rough edges. And then go something like this. So what I prefer to do, I have stapled things. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't know why. Just not my jam. Come on. I just kind of layer, make a sandwich. See what I mean though about not thinking too much about it? If you do that, it'll take you a lifetime. I mean, you want to think about some of the composition maybe a little bit, but you don't have to get all crazy about it. There we go. There's one little bit. And then later, when I go to put it in a journal, if I want to ink anything, I can go ahead and ink at that time. But we've got one cute one done already. Where am I going to put it? Okay, so let's see, what do we want to grab next? Let's grab this piece. You know what? I think I'm going to use this as an embellishment in a journal, so I'm going to put that aside. But we can use as a base something like this. Then we've got this clever little blue piece. Isn't that cute? Where's my needle? I hope it's not too dark. I feel like it is. There, that's a little brighter. There we go. We had roofers at our house yesterday. I fully expected it would take them at least a couple days because they not only did the house but our shed as well. I woke up in the morning and it woke me out of such a dead sleep that I had no idea what was going on. And at first, because I wasn't like fully with it, I thought the dog was making noise in her kennel. So I came out and told her to stop, and I happened to realize, wait, she's looking at me like, what on earth is going on? And it wasn't her at all. It was the roofer scraping on the roof. But I was in such a sleep that I couldn't even put two and two together. But they scraped off both buildings and re-roofed it all in one day. It was unbelievable. I've never seen a crew come in and take over and do that much in a day ever. It was crazy. That kind of goes cute. It does. And let's see. Put another one of those on. And do I want another stamped one? Or do I just want to leave this for something else later? Maybe what I'll do, I have some of these that I don't use. And I can't even tell you why. Not what I had in mind though. I'm not going to do that. So maybe what I will do is to take another stamped one. Okay, let's just do this. I'm going to have to refill my Fabri-Tac bottle. I've got one of those bakery, I call them bakery bottles. What are they for? Frosting or something? And I haven't made the transition yet to put this stuff in there. And I need to. I kind of don't feel like putting it together because I don't want to deal with the mess. But yeah, so the roof is already on, and then they've got to come back early next week to put the new gutters on. So that will be great because our gutters were totally shot. All right, let's see. Maybe what we'll do next is to use one of these as a base. Oh my God, look at this one has little kittens on it. That's cute. This one's got bunnies. Where's Gail? Gail, I've got bunnies. Let's see. Maybe this one we can do some kind of a strip to go along a page. Let's see. My pages are usually, what are they about? What are they? Where's my signature? Having a moment. Yeah, they're usually about 8 high. So let's just cut it at about that. Whew. So that's something that can go along the edge, the whole edge. There, we got edges just a little frayed. And then maybe what we can do is to, that's a little wide. I could cut it, but let's see what else we have. We've got greens in here. What we could do too is to do something like that, because we can sew some of this too. And maybe then, what else do I have in here? Where is that? Oh, there it is. Put something like that and sew across it with a decorative stitch. So maybe I will do that. I'm going to sew that quick and I'll be right back. Okay, here's what I ended up with. It is a little crooked, but that's okay because I can always put buttons on here. In fact, let's get out the buttons because that'd be cute. Or the other thing that I have is some of these Scrabble, or not, these are bingo, I think these are bingo call numbers. So we can do some little action down here at the bottom. Oh, here's a cool brown button. I wonder if I have anything in the green range. I don't think I have much of that. I need to get some green buttons because I feel like I'm always looking for them. There's that brown one and there's this one. I want something a little smaller. A little black. Now the trick is arranging it how I want. Maybe I need one more. Let's see. I like the darker ones on there. For some reason, it just seems to go better. But why am I having such a time finding one? Here, let's try. Ooh, what's this little guy? He's kind of cool. Yep. Or maybe this needs to go like this. Yep, there we go. That's cute. Okay, let's run with that. Get these out of the way. Goodness knows we've got plenty else. Okay, Fabri-Tac glue. There we go. There's that. I don't feel like even futzing with putting thread on them or anything like that. I just want to go to town here. Well, that's unusual. The button is the same on the top as it is the bottom. How often does that happen? It's not even totally flat. Hopefully it works. We're gonna find out. Okay, there we go. That's kind of cute. The stitch that I used on the machine was like a, it's like a counted cross stitch kind of stitch. It almost could be used as a bookmark too. Isn't that cute? Love it. All right, let's keep going because we're having so much fun here. Here's a nice bright yellow one. Maybe I'll just do one that's just all fabric pieces. What else has yellow in it? These would have gone good in, I did a journal that was made from a vintage tablecloth. The cover was. These would have gone good with that journal. Maybe I'll do some more stitching. Maybe a little red. Oh my gosh, here's more kittens. What's up with all the kittens? Looks like my mom was making hexagons. Oh, these must have been for our grandmother's flower garden, which is my favorite quilt pattern of all time. All right, I'm going to sew on that one. See what kind of decorative stitch I come up with this. Maybe what I want to do is kind of stagger this, like so. What do I want? Nope. Okay, I'm going to run with it. I'm not going to think about it. Here's this one. We can put something else on it later, but it's at the ready then. I'm going to leave the strings on in case I do want them later. So that's that. What else can we make here? You know what else you could do? Let me think. Let's go like this. Cut little ends like this. Wait a minute, I almost did it backwards. So there's that one, and then we can layer it with some other ones. Oh, this would be cute on it. And I need enough of a piece. Let me do this. And do the same thing here. Cut it like so. Oops, start at the tips that come together and cut in toward the center if you want your longer ends out like that. So we can go like that. And then, do I want a blue on top? Maybe another blue or a little green. Ooh, that's fun, but I just want a little piece. piece and I want it thinner. Okay, so we'll do the same thing. We'll make the little, I don't know what you call those kinds of ends. There's got to be a name for it. I call them flag ends. They remind me of flags. So now we've got it like that. So all I did here was I just zigzagged along the top here. So we've got these little flags to hang down on a page. Can embellish the bottom with a button. That will be cute. What else? Let's go back to using some of the cardboard bases. Let's see what else I can find in my treasure bag. Well, here's a cardstock one that doesn't belong in there. Let's see. This. Do I have anything in here that's kind of orangey? Ooh, that's cool. Okay, let's go with that. This and that. I like the numbers peeking out. Nope. Why did I do the same thing? I don't even know. I like it better the other way. That, and hold that thought, I got another idea. Get out my cloth flowers, because in here I have, well, I have all kinds of things, but I have these I was thinking of. And under, I have these kind of little, oh my God, is that adorable or what? Okay, so that just now became a thing. I love that. All right, here we go. Love that. This is so much fun. I kind of needed a little break from working on the prom dress journal. I'm trying to figure out precisely how I want the cover to be. And I needed to step away because I was starting to overthink it too much. So let's see here. There's that. This. I think I need to tack this down a little bit more. With Fabri-Tac, you do kind of have to watch, depending upon your fabric, how much glue you are putting down, because sometimes it will, like, especially with a looser weave, seep through the fabric a little bit, and if you don't want that, just kind of be mindful of it, I guess. Oh, that's cute too. Oh my God, I love these. Part of it might be because I'm such a fan of this kind of 30s prints that might be part of my jam here. These will be cute together too. What if a person just did one that goes along the top like this? And then like that. This time I am gonna ink. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling like I need to ink. Okay, where's my, there it is. Can hear a dog outside. This time the dog is not mine. There, that's just what it needed. Needed a little oomph. I like that too. Now, ooh, got another idea. I wonder if somehow, maybe I just put that along there and sew on it. I'm gonna do that, but in order to do that, this one I am going to need to kind of tack down before I take it to the machine. Not a lot, just enough to hold everything in place a little bit. As I was afraid, now the dog outside barking is getting our dogs riled up. Tacked on the ends here too. Maybe. I get a kick out of, since we had our roof done yesterday, the area that we live in has a lot of retired people, and the fact that our roof was done has been quite the talk of the retired gentlemen in the neighborhood. I just think it's funny that they're all getting such a, gotta talk about the fact that our roof is done. All right. Here's this one. So just something a little different. I'll leave a couple ends on here. So that's that one. Let's see what else I find here. What else do I have in my little bag of tricks? This is some origami paper. It's very thin, kind of. The feel is kind of slick like a vellum, but it's thinner and lighter weight than a vellum. Let's see what goes well with this. There's greens and reds and whites. I don't know if I like that one. Nope. Greens and reds and whites. Part of me wants to use this one. I wish I had some kind of a punch that I could punch a circle out with this. I don't have a template either. So I'm just going to make do. As you can see, Mom was using it for hexagons. Oh. Whoops. Maybe I'll go like this. And then, what do I want to put on top? Maybe just a tiny piece of this. And what else? I feel like I need a little cardstock. Do I like that? I don't. Here. I actually like the raw piece. Yep, that's what I like. That's it. Maybe part of what I like about this kind of a project is you can kind of be a little haphazard and almost messy about it. And I always like to do things that go quickly. I thought I have more game pieces, but I love these kinds of mason jars with the lids like that. Okay. There. And that's all it needs to be a cute little embellishment. All right, so you get hopefully the gist of what you do. You just kind of pull things together from your stash and play around with them. There's no rhyme or reason or rule to them. Some things can be sewn. Some things can go at the side of a page. Some can go at the top of a page. Play with, if you're sewing machine, if you're going to sew anything, play with the kinds of stitches, because that can give a whole different look. You can make flags, just little snippets to look grungy. You can use your stamps and put stamped images on them, little trinkets, flowers, either paper flowers or some kind of cloth or crocheted flowers, and just use your scraps up, and by the time you put them on a signature page, they can just look so delightful. So here we've got a page. Let's see if I've got, well, let's use this one here. If you put something like this, look how instantly it dresses that up. Or if I wanted to put this down at the corner, or if I wanted to put this up in the upper corner. So you get what I am talking about here. And some of these, if you make them big enough, can be used as tucks. Whoops, something like this can go down the page. It can stick out the top like this. This one could go across a page like this if I cut the ends off, or it can go down the side. So all kinds of fun that you can have in making these things. So pull out your scraps, have fun. and enjoy your day. Thanks again for joining me. If you like the content, please subscribe and click like. Please comment. I'd love to hear back from you, and have a terrific day.